as we move on to 184 pounds, now you're going to have a couple of guys that, for Iowa State, Cyclone fans can expect to see in the lineup till March, all things being equal.
Our matchup at 184 for the Cardinal, Duthie.
So Evan Bockman, he's out of Anchorage, Alaska, three-time NCAA qualifier and three-time Big 12 place winner, and now he wears an Iowa State singlet. He began his career at Cal Baptist and then went to Utah Valley, and he's talked about the resources for training to be his best, and it's in the Iowa State room when he works just every day in the room against someone like Craig Carroll that you're going to see in the next match. So the Alaskan state champion against Luke Duthie. And this weight class, Coach Ayers has said, is really one of the most competitive in the room in Palo Alto. But Duthie won both of his matches last week, and he's out to the quick lead here.
Beautiful straight double right there from Duthie. And he's getting after it. He's going body lock. Right here, front headlock position. On Bockman, I want to snap, look for the corner. Look to run the corner right here. Bockman coming down from 197 pounds. And it didn't look like he had a lot on him at 197 pounds.
True. Well, he won 3 Alaskan titles. Record of 58-33 for the career. And Duthie out of Fort Washington, Pennsylvania.
Well, one of the things, like, this is the dual meet isn't over yet, but this is a statement performance for the Stanford Cardinal.
No question. And they're going to carry this. They wrestle next at Iowa. And, you know, it's a credit to Ayers. You know, you get to be your best only by wrestling against the best.
Nice duck attempt. Nothing's there. And so this is his first time being down to, I think, 184 pounds in maybe 3 years. And so you always wonder how do they feel off the scale? How do they feel off the scale with the 2 hours first opportunity? So he's pressing and he's moving. But it's always an adjustment, especially this early in the season.
Well, in practice on Wednesday, it was a split practice, and you really had several master classes going on at once. Metcalf, St. John, and then Bockman working out against Carroll, and there you see he got a leg. But here we are again in this counter.
I mean, the high guy wins this situation. Duthie maybe relaxing right there. Gonna protect the knee right there. The ref is not mad about that call, especially this early in the season.
And so you're talking about, though, at that practice, you had like several master classes going at one time. And Bockman and Carroll were working with Chris Perry, the former Oklahoma State coach and back-to-back NCAA champion, who honed his coaching skills under John Smith. And, you know, one of the things he talked about when you were watching this teaching session going on was developing your wrestling IQ.
Oh, that's huge.
You know, because, you know, Bockman's been in a lot of matches.
Right.
Okay. And, you know, we've seen what he is capable of and what he can do. But it was a situational awareness session and really fascinating to watch if you're in the room. And it just shows you how much, you know, we talked about how deep it is, but how much coaching knowledge there is in that Iowa State wrestling room.
Yeah, I would say right now there's a great ton of support for Iowa State wrestling, from the administration through the community, through the fan support. And so this is a great time to be an Iowa State Cyclone wrestler. But I think also on the other hand, when you talk about Stanford, they have an unprecedented amount of support as well right now.
Yes, they do. Well, the university has deep pockets, and they have a very strong wrestling community behind them. And in fact, it was the wrestling community that essentially led the charge to save all 11 sports.
Waited for the roll. That was a great job right there from Bockman.
And there he is. And now 3 more points. He's on top.
That was great mat awareness right there from Bockman. And he's continuing to move forward. But you see what he did right there, right? Prior to that, he was shooting a left-hand high C with no direct setup. And he switched it up and goes sweep single. And Duthie wasn't prepared for that adjustment or that adaptation. And so that was a beautiful attack right there. And he's going back to the sweep. Nothing's there.
You know, when I was talking about teaching in the room, and you also have Fernando Villascuska, and, you know, the great contributions he has made as well. And also a key person in bringing in the Cuban connection.
Yeah, the Cuban problem,
Yeah, and so you're right. For Iowa State fans, not just in wrestling, but everywhere right now with the football team, 7-1, basketball teams, both of them, high expectations this year, lots of excitement last year. Wrestling, the Iowa State cross-country team, the men's team, is looking to get back on the podium too. And so it's one of those times, if you've been here a long time, you realize that this is the time to remember, because it will not last forever, and these are the days to hold on to, because we won't, although we'll want to. And there's the stall call. And my perception here is Bockman has been the one that's forcing the action and the pace.
Yeah, and he's been looking for opportunities. Duthie's gonna have to find his way to a leg, or the body. He just has to.
That was kind of a funny.
It was one of those situations. Yeah. Is
the
that
the crowd liked it? They thought it was funny.
Trolling. You know. Kids these days are really good at that stuff. Get to the underhook, double unders. Takedown. Nice sweep single. Goes back to the
Bockman.
attack that scored for him earlier. Has to watch the roll right here. Yep. And
he gets the 3. You know, he didn't just hang out there. You know, I'm hanging on to my 6-5 lead to the end.
And now this is crucial. In my opinion, this is big because are you going to go get bonus points? This is.
Well, he's working on 3 more. And now he's cutting him.
And a takedown gets a major. Does he
Well,
get it?
And there it is. And I think Bockman feels the surge of the support of this big crowd, which, you know, he hadn't experienced in his previous stops. And here he is getting the major decision. He didn't just hang out waiting for the end. And it's a hello, how do you do? I'm Evan Bockman of Anchorage, Alaska. So 4 points goes into the category, the point total for Stanford. You're watching Big 12 Wrestling on ESPN Plus.